say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, oh, and I yet wait for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The Lord of all creatures and beings, we pause in this moment to remember the life of one who served his country well, who died alone on a cold night here in this place. We are touched by that memory. We are thankful that he touched so many others that were moved by his death to make a difference, that no one else need die alone on the streets of our community amidst the cold winter. We pray that we may once again be moved in his memory to make a difference for those who struggle, for those for whom life is difficult. May we make it a little easier. May we truly reach out to make this a warmer place for all, in the spirit of that one who served us. We pray. In your holy name.
400 volunteers stepped up and served over the last 8-day activation that we have, more than there were guests at our warming centers. And what this tells me is that the spirit of compassion and the spirit of help to seize the opportunity to serve these new American untouchables, to take care of them in times when they need it the most, to save their lives, that spirit is greater than the need for these moments. And as we're telling this population, they're not welcome. They're not welcome to be on federal land. They're not welcome on state land. They're not welcome on county parks. They're not welcome in our town. For a few precious nights every year, they are welcome at the Egan Warming Center. And they tell us again and again, this is the only place they're welcome. This is the only place where a space is made for them, food is prepared for them, and they're allowed to set down their baggage, take off their boots, and relax. And we take pride, this army of volunteers, in providing this service. And we also humbly ask, let's change the conversation in our community. Let's provide space for these people so we can change the conversation about where they're not allowed to be and start talking about maybe where they can be. The challenges of running the warming center get greater every year as the numbers go up. We're welcoming new members to our unhoused population as veterans come back from Iraq and Afghanistan, and as new victims of the economic downturn are unemployed. And again, we need to make more space. Again, we need more space for these people. But we march on, and it's a miracle every night that we open. And to me falls the great joy of thanking those who make this possible. Our St. Vincent de Paul glass shop has made these North Star ornaments to recognize that there are some stars in our community. There are some people who give a lot of time and a lot of energy. And I want to start recognizing with Jim Mender today. Jim Mender is our River Road site lead. During the last activation, because of the warming center, one of our host sites scheduled their holiday events early this year, so we didn't have a place for 3 nights. Well, Jim went to the warehouse that Susan Ban has for shelter care, put up plastic sheeting and space heaters to heat part of that, and kept 50 bodies warm a night for 2 nights. He then relocated back to River Road and got a break back in one of his home sites there. And then we asked him to open a second site because we had so many people coming in. So he ran 2 sites for 1 night. So this activation, nobody gave more than Jim Bender.
I'm looking out here in the crowd, and I just have to, there's a number of people, Mike Peterson, Dave Jones. It's just time after time in this whole thing that people stepped up. We literally had 1 person volunteer in the kitchen, and 3 people showed up that weren't signed up and said, we're here to help. And it was just time after time through this activation that people and their sense of community stepped up and made it happen, and it did. I just kept telling myself, this is going to work out, and it did from the start to the finish. And so it's not just about me, it's really about the community and everyone that's here, and how it stretches out to the people that aren't here. So thank you.
So I'd like to call up the rest of my site leads. Shelley Cordoville, Springfield site lead, is here today. Made Marco is here from downtown site. Come on up. Dale C. Springfield. Holly Cabell, I saw you back there. Here you go, Holly. Even though you said you weren't coming. These people are the ones who are staying up to late nights and coordinating and make our sites happen. They work with our site hosts to keep them going. They schedule volunteers. They have 100 different jobs every night we open. It doesn't work without this team of people. I can't forget my host sites here. Oh, Troy, get up here. I forgot my Hosea Youth site. We have a new leader at our youth site. Troy has stepped up. We have strong leadership and continuity. Thank you. We needed that.
You're welcome.
You're a star.
It's an honor. Thank you.
You bet. Our host sites, I'd like to call up Dan Bryant, First Christian Church. Steve Bilinsky, you're out there. Catholic Community Services, you come on up here. You too. So I want to point out, Steve has generally taken his church back on Saturday nights. This last activation, he allowed us to stay over on the Saturday night and gave up his sanctuary for the homeless to sleep those nights. We really appreciate it. Come on up, introduce him. Mike Peterson, Dave Jones.
There's a couple, at River Road, we are the mobile strike force, and we have 2 churches that really keep us going. And Mike Peterson from Trinity Methodist is here, and Dave Jones are here, and they're both people. This is my 3rd year working in the River Road area, and they were in River Road making it happen before I got there, and they're just essential as liaisons between their community to make this happen. And I just really appreciate their energy, and they're never signed up, but they always show up. So
Shout out to Joella Ewing wherever you are. Thank you, Joella.
So now I want to throw out a few shameless commercial plugs. Alsco's doing our laundry, free again and making it easy. Clean blankets, can't live without those. Mozzie and Frank Hernandez threw pizzas at us 2 nights when we desperately needed it. Newman Fish Market threw 200 pieces of fish when we desperately needed it. Papa's Pizza, just critical help at the time we really needed it the most. Every night is a miracle, and these organizations obviously play a role in that. LTD, Food for Lane County, there's more of us, yes?
Santa Pac gave extra dumpster empties at
Santa Pac, extra dumpster empties.
Above all sanitation, porta potties for it.
Above all sanitation, porta potties. For those of you who don't participate in the actual operation of the Warming Center, I want to tell you, it's an army out there. There are more of us than there are of them. And we are enthusiastic and we love this work. We appreciate the opportunity to serve.
Praise
Thank
the
you.
Lord. He loves us all.
Ron, this is given to you and now LTD's board and staff because of the wonderful work you've done over the years. Over the years, it's been very difficult, of course, to get the homeless in and out and around, and making it possible, of course, is LTD's primary function. And last week, when it was so very bitterly cold, and Charlie Harvey, my assistant director, called up and he said, we really need more bus passes. I gave a call to Ron and I said, can you help us somehow get a couple more? And 100 appeared just sort of magically out of nowhere. I think that exemplifies that in the community spirit. So Ron, thanks on behalf of all of us, and especially MAJ Egan. You have a few words to say?
I know I've said it before, but the Egan Warming Center is the perfect legacy for a man who wanted to keep people safe. During Eugene's recent cold spell, people probably would have died without those warming centers. All you volunteers deserve a personal thanks from Tom, but since he can't do that, I'll do it for him. You were part of his family and he would have loved you all. Thank you.